Yeah, I said I was gonna save it for another segment, and this is the other segment because I really wanted to read it. Not only that, but I was asked a question in the last segment, and it was, "Why are you recording in the dark?" I really didn't feel like getting up to go over there to turn the light on in the first place, and then after I had already started it with the light off, man, I didn't feel like it being on. But yo, don't get it wrong. I'm a big dude, and I like having my shirt off. So me being fat has nothing to do with the light being off. I'm actually happy about all this. But yeah, like it just looked good in the camera, shoot. But yeah, here's the other poem, Kings, Queens, and Police. And I'm gonna do a little short blase about it, and then I'm gonna wrap it up with a piece, and you know how I do. But here it go, Kings, Queens, and Police. I see the kings, ancestors like Mansa Musa, ruler over kings of gold, don't let them fool you. Richest man in the world at the time, ruled over Mali at the time when it was just a country instead of what the niggas was popping at all the parties. I see the kings, warriors of their own right. People like Shaka Zulu could kill you but didn't have to shoot you, respect if he didn't know you. There was a lack of aggression, didn't have to show off his dominance or even hand out lessons. You just had to shut the fuck up because of his presence. I see the queens. Cleopatra was a black woman. She held it down for Egypt. No need for a man's influence. Cut off all her husbands and had affairs with other kings, but that never meant a thing because she was getting her own. I see the queens like Nefertiti change their country from a belief of many things to a belief of only one thing. Influence a population and make a lot of people love you just for who you are and not just what you can do. Always tell the truth, never be made a fool, so when your name came up, the follow-up is never, who? I see the queens. Oh, I did that part, my bad. The follow-up is never who. Police, whoop whoop when you come through. They see these modern kings and queens, yeah, best believe they will whoop you. Do they really care? There's not a chance in hell, and if you think to rebel, then your ass going to jail. I swear we living in hell. Think about the world that we live in when the criminals are the protectors and they the only ones protected. The ones who look like you see your face and say you suspect. The ones who don't just shoot and change the fucking subject. I'm innocent until proven guilty, yet you make me feel filthy. Driving through my hood and you just itching to shoot me. I remember the kings and queens of the former great countries living in America. They only want to hunt me. College students don't mean shit and I'm working towards my greatness, never fall astray, yeah, I'm really on my kingness. But it's demeaning to see another king like me on the news in the morning whose body was found dead in the street. And the only thing that's worse than the king in the hearse is the queen that was pregnant and her prince and princess now had to deal with the struggle. Stop killing kings and queens. And that poem was inspired by the thoughts of the many kings and queens that have died over the years and go unnoticed. When we celebrate black history, we never know about the untold great black people. Like Abraham Lincoln was an untold great black person, but he didn't like to be thought of as a black person. They used it against him in his campaign, actually. The first black president was not Barack Obama. The first black president, if you really want to get technical, could be considered Abraham Lincoln. And not only that, but there's also things about the very first president actually being a black man before they said it was George Washington. Like, it's a very powerful thing to know your history, and you just gotta investigate it. Like, every time you see Cleopatra, it's either Madame Cleo, the voodoo chick, or it's a very white lady. Cleopatra was a black woman, very black, very powerful woman, controlled over a lot of Egypt. And she was a very powerful person. One of the richest men in history, Mansa Musa, was a black man. He walked around giving out gold as if it was nothing, like nothing. Knowing your history is important, more important than anything else on the planet. And see, people die every day without knowledge of who they are. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown. They didn't get the opportunities to truly learn because they didn't get the opportunities to truly live. They were shot down because they were kings on the rise. They were princes on their way to their thrones. And they got shot down because they was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they were black. And it's sad. The thing is, man, you have to know who you are. It's more important than anything else in the world. Know who you are before you go out and try to explore and anything else. Because we're all kings and we're all queens and we're all running away from the police. Because at any given time, they don't have to say much before they could take your life too. The protectors are the only one that's being protected. And I'm not talking about you and me. I'm talking about the people who are actually paid to do it. There's a couple good ones, but it's messed up that you don't see them. Anyways, I'm still about to play this UFC. So I put up 2 today just because I was in a good mood. Hit up my powerpoetry.org. Got 52 poems waiting to be read. New ones added every day, well, every other day, because sometimes I'm too busy or I can't really get the thought process right. But yo, with much love and peace, subscribe if you like it. X or ride the gym, it don't make no difference to me. But thanks for watching. Peace for the second time today.